headed back home. It's still June 15th, second blurb of the day. Man, what a day today was. It was super stressful at work. Just horrible for even a Monday. I don't know. I think it was part of it was just I didn't get the greatest sleep, taking that melatonin and then jumping up and doing that workout. My body was just kind of all out of whack today and kind of had an attitude, was pissy, was on edge, but I was like, I was laser focused, you know. Like I think that the thing I had to recognize is that, you know, that the alcohol did in its own way kind of mellow me out, even though I felt like shit all the time. So I had to kind of keep a conscious thought on not being an asshole because I'm just laser focused and kind of pissy, and maybe that's just part of the whole detoxing. You know, this is day 7 of not drinking, so I don't think I'm going to be fully detoxed for a while. Even though I'm working my ass off and I'm on that bike every day, sweating it out, I think that it's just going to take a little while for my chemical imbalance to balance out. Like I said, I mean, it's a 14-month process to get your dopamine levels back to normal from alcohol. So, you know, that's 1 week down. What is it? 59 weeks to go. So, yeah, it's going to be a long, long process, but I'm in it for the long haul, baby. So I'm going home now. I've got a couple of projects in mind. I got to continue to weed eat. I want to cut some of those big ass tree trunks that I have so I can weed eat over in that section of the yard. I need to jump down into the crawl space and empty out the dehumidifier again. So I've got a few projects lined up, and I'm going to be really pushing to do this productivity power hour for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. You know, during the week it's generally, I've noticed, about an hour and a half. On the weekends I was pushing like 3 to 4 hours plus. You know, I do three hours in the morning, and then usually like a couple hours midday, and then a couple hours in the evening. So I feel like I was getting like a good 7 hours in both Saturday and Sunday. I don't know how sustainable that is. Like I said, I think that really played into my mentality today and how like irritable I was. But it was also just the detoxing, and then like sitting at a desk fucking sucks, man. Like I just having 2 days where I was moving around a lot. Like I felt like I could see a noticeable change in my waistline. Maybe that was just a mental thing. But then like sitting at my desk, even though I was really trying to watch what I was eating, I did cheat a little bit, and I got some chicken strips from the gas station that were delicious. But it was just 4 chicken strips, so they couldn't be too bad. But then I had a bunch of almonds as well, the wasabi almonds that were delicious, and I definitely had way too many. I definitely had way too many. I had like 3 to 4 portions, which is one portion is like 28 almonds. So I ate over 100 almonds today. And then what else did I have? Peanut butter and honey. And then apples. I got some package of Granny apples. So I was eating Granny apples with peanut butter, and then I have a mason jar full of some really good honey at work too. So I kind of feel like I made it. I overate for sitting down on the job. Like I feel fine if I eat a lunch if I'm on the weekend and working my ass off, because I know that I'm burning all of those calories. But when I'm sitting on my ass at work all day, and then I'm like stuffing my face, I know how detrimental that is to my diet and my health, and I need to rein it in a little bit, you know. But I went shopping today to get more ingredients for a new batch of my beef stew, breakfast. That's been really been a life changer for me for breakfast, because it's really set me up to where I'm not hungry. I wasn't hungry today. I was just munching to munch, which is terrible. So, like I said, I got to get mentally strong with the food portion of this whole transition. really see the results that I want to see. So yeah, moving forward, I just got to have a conscious thought of this is what I want to eat consistently, and you know what's going to be healthy for me and what's not. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a multifaceted transformation. It's got to be physical, mental health, which means also a proper diet, which means not only a proper diet with food, but with like you know, just cultivating my mind and really working on my not only my oratory skills and my oral intelligence, I guess is what it would be called, my ability to speak in a clear and concise and precise and articulate at a high level, and I need to work on that a lot, because obviously you can tell I sound like a dumbass half the time I'm talking, but also just, you know, expand my horizons as far as philosophy, religion, just spirituality. Really focus on myself and my presence here and my being here. Oh shit, there's bikers on the side of the road. These damn bikers. And just like the being in the here and now, and really just enjoying every moment of this just extraordinarily beautiful existence, and you know, this life on this earth, because I'm so appreciative of just the time I've spent on this planet and the experiences that I've had, you know, climbing the mountains and, you know, just everything really. I mean, there's I've had bad experiences, obviously, like everybody has, and you know, to dwell on the bad is always gonna put you in a funk and give you a bad taste in your mouth and kind of set you on the wrong path. But to focus on the good and really just appreciate every little thing. I mean, there's a million miracles in the world happening all at once, and we're a part of that, and it's just such an incredible experience. So I'll leave it off with that, and yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Day 7, baby. Well, it's day 7 of being sober. Day 6 of the Productivity Power Hour. I'm going to crush it tonight. Like I said, once I get home, get changed, I've got a plan. I'm going to stick to it and, yeah, kick some ass, baby. All right. You all have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.